Hi there, OJ here from the bottom of the screen, and I'm here to help you figure out who the first 5 vendors that you should hire for your wedding day. First vendor, I think this has to come first. It's gonna have to be the wedding venue, because I was gonna say the planner, but the planner's gonna need to know if they're available for your wedding date, and you can't set a wedding date without a wedding venue. So by wedding venue, I mean your ceremony site and your reception site. It could be the same, but it could also be different. You might be going to a church for your ceremony and going to a separate venue for your reception. Or you might be going to a place like Lake Oak Meadows in Temecula and everything happens there. Either way, that's gonna have to be the first thing. Get that locked in. I'd say get that locked in before you've been going to a wedding expo, because everyone there is gonna ask you, hey, do you have a wedding venue? Do you have a wedding date? Which is essentially the same question. So once you have your wedding venue, which locks in your wedding date, everyone else can really come on board. At that point, if you can afford it, try to afford it, have a wedding coordinator. That's the second thing you should book. It's a wedding coordinator. Oh, they are worth their weight in gold, but they're not all the same, okay? There are very big differences between different wedding coordinators. Some are very like, and some are motherly and gentle. Just whichever type they are, make sure that they fit your personality and that you feel like you could be BFFs with them, okay? So book them, because then they might lead you to the rest of your other vendors. That being said, if they don't lead you to a specific next vendor, the third vendor you should book is us. End of video, done. Photo and video team right here, JK. You might not even be in our service area, but photography and videography should be the next on your list, because we book like maybe a year or even longer in advance. So if you have a wedding photographer that you've seen online and like you really love their work and they're in the right price point for you, reach out already. It's not too early. Additionally, when you book your photographer, you can get your engagement photos done so that you can use that for your save the dates. Here's a quick tip. Never forget this quick, important tip. When you do your engagement shoot with your photographer, it's your last chance to fire that wedding photographer. So it's like a good trial time. That's a joke, but not a joke. Secondly, make sure that you line up your hair and makeup trial in your engagement shoot so you see how all that comes together, the photo and the makeup and the hair. And make sure you know how long it takes for the hair and makeup to do their work, because that could really help you schedule out your wedding day. The fourth thing that you should book is your dress. So you're not booking a dress, you're buying a dress, but you get my point. Next thing, start figuring out the dress thing. I don't know how many shops you're gonna have to visit. It could be one and you find the one right there, or it could be like 10. I don't know, you don't know. So just start looking, because they have to order it, they have to make it and tailor it to your size. There's a long process. We'll be interviewing different bridal shops and stuff in this channel, so stay tuned for that so that you can learn a little bit more about that process. If you're looking for really good deals on a wedding dress, you can get it used. That's one. Then you can look for like in Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and different places like that to get a used wedding dress. You can also do this one trick that this one bride did to save a little bit on a wedding dress. She found one of the bigger retail names and saw the wedding dress and what it's called, and then she found that equivalent dress for like 100, 200 bucks in like China, and it took a while to ship. And so she bought that dress and said, hey, if it works, it works. And it worked. She loved it. So that's another way of going about like saving a little money on your wedding dress. And then lastly, a third way of like saving money on a wedding dress would be going to a trunk show or off the rack. So when you go to wedding shows, some of the dress companies there will be selling like as is the wedding dresses right then and there. You can buy it already. So a couple ways to save money on wedding dress. Lastly, book your entertainment. That is your DJ, a band. If you're one of those people and you've seen a DJ or a band at a certain wedding that you've been to an event, make sure that you have them and that they have your date. Reach out to them and just book them already. They can make or break the life of the party. So you want to make sure that you're not going second, third tier in your options list. Anyway, that's it. Those are my tips of the first 5 things that you should book or buy for your wedding day. I hope those tips help. And I hope that if you are looking for photo and video and you're in the Southern California area, hey, we're here. Make sure to reach out. Hope Productions, whoa, right here. And if you don't, that's fine. Hope this video helped you. And stay tuned in this channel for tips about everything wedding related. See you next time.